In the stillness of the night, where the boundaries between thought and silence blur, there lived a man named Aditya. He was a wealthy merchant, admired for his success and wisdom in the material world, but like many of us, he wrestled with a persistent inner turmoil. Despite the comfort of his possessions, he felt restless. His nights were filled with tossing and turning, his mind a ceaseless river of thoughts, endlessly flowing from one worry to the next. No amount of wealth could quiet his thoughts, and no bed, no matter how luxurious, could grant him peace. Aditya, though surrounded by abundance, was not a man at peace. He longed for a deep, restorative sleep, the kind that brought stillness to both body and mind. The harder he tried to chase it, the further it seemed to slip from his grasp. His waking hours were consumed by his responsibilities, business, family, and the pursuit of more. But when the quiet of the night descended, his mind would rebel, refusing him the rest he so desperately needed. One day, in his search for solace, Aditya decided to visit a renowned Buddhist monk who lived in solitude, far from the noise of the marketplace and the busyness of the world. The monk was known not only for his wisdom but for his serene presence, a man said to possess the quiet of the mountains and the depth of the sea within his soul. Aditya believed that perhaps this monk held the key to unlocking the restfulness he craved. Aditya arrived at the monastery, a place where the natural world seemed to merge seamlessly with the spiritual. The sounds of birds, the rustle of leaves, and the gentle hum of the wind greeted him. In this sanctuary of nature, Aditya found the monk meditating beneath a towering Bodhi tree, a symbol of enlightenment in many traditions. The monk's posture was as still as the mountains, his breathing steady, as though he had transcended the distractions of the world. With respect, Aditya bowed and waited for the monk to acknowledge him. After a moment, the monk opened his eyes and, with a soft smile, gestured for Aditya to speak. "O revered one," Aditya began, his voice heavy with the burden of sleepless nights, "I come to you seeking peace. I am unable to rest. My nights are filled with endless thoughts, and I awaken as tired as I was when I first lay down. No matter what I do, I cannot escape the storm inside my mind. Please help me." The monk listened patiently, his eyes reflecting the stillness of someone who understood the nature of suffering. After a pause, he said, "Aditya, what you seek is not something that can be found in the world outside. It is not in the bed you sleep on, nor in the wealth you possess. It is within. But before I guide you, let me share with you the story of Gautama Buddha's sleep, for there is much to learn from his way of resting." The monk's voice, steady and calm, seemed to slow the very air around them, as though time itself had paused to listen. During his time on earth, the monk began, Gautama Buddha was not only a beacon of wisdom, but also a model of inner stillness. It is said that when he slept, he did so without moving an inch. Buddha would lie down in one position, and when he awoke, he would still be in that same posture. His body, undisturbed by the restlessness that plagues most of us, remained in perfect stillness throughout the night. Ananda, one of Buddha's closest disciples, was curious about this. Night after night, he observed his teacher, watching how Buddha seemed to transcend the need to toss and turn, as though even in sleep, he remained fully present. Ananda, like all of us, found himself moving during the night, unable to find peace in stillness. And so, one night, he could no longer hold back his curiosity. Ananda approached Buddha and asked, "Tathagata, I know this is not the time for questions, but there is something I must understand. I have watched you sleep, and I see that you remain perfectly still all night. How do you do this? Do you not experience the same restlessness that disturbs the rest of us?" Buddha opened his eyes and smiled softly, the kind of smile that comes from knowing the deeper truths of life. "Ananda," he said, "what you are witnessing is not merely physical stillness. The body follows the mind, and if the mind is still, the body has no reason to move. The true source of restlessness lies not in the body, but in the thoughts that occupy the mind. Most people, when they go to sleep, bring with them the worries of the day. Their minds are filled with regrets about the past and anxieties about the future. It is these thoughts that cause the body to toss and turn. Sleep becomes a battle because the mind refuses to let go. But when the mind is calm, when it is present in the moment, the body finds peace. The stillness you see in me comes from a mind that has let go of everything, past, future, and all attachments in between. Aditya listened intently, absorbing the lesson in Buddha's story. But his own mind, so conditioned by years of restless thinking, couldn't help but ask, "But Master, how can one let go of such thoughts? I lie awake at night, and my mind seems to take control. I think of all my responsibilities, the things I could have done better, the challenges that await me tomorrow. How do I quiet this endless stream of thinking?" The monk's expression remained gentle, his wisdom flowing like a river. "Aditya," he said, "the mind is like a garden. If left unattended, weeds will grow and spread, overtaking everything. But if you tend to it with patience and care, you can cultivate peace. This is why mindfulness is so important. Before sleep, take a moment to be still. Breathe deeply. Focus on the breath, the rise and fall of your chest, the air entering and leaving your body. When thoughts come, as they inevitably will, acknowledge them, but let them pass like clouds in the sky. Do not cling to them. In this way, you train the mind to be present, to let go of the constant chatter." The monk's voice seemed to echo the natural rhythm of the forest around them, as if nature itself affirmed his words. Aditya, now sitting with the monk beneath the Bodhi tree, felt something within him shift, a quiet realization that peace was not something he needed to chase, but something he needed to nurture. But the monk was not finished. "There are 5 key principles," he said, "that can guide you toward a deeper, more restful sleep. These are not secrets, but practices that, if done with sincerity, will bring you closer to the stillness you seek. 1. Create a sacred space for sleep. The place where you sleep should be treated with respect. Many people use their bed for a variety of activities, working, watching TV, or eating. This creates confusion in the mind. Your bed must become a sanctuary, a place reserved only for rest. When your body lies down in a space dedicated solely to sleep, the mind will begin to associate that space with stillness. The physical world and the mental world are deeply connected. 2. Honor the rhythms of nature. Nature moves in cycles, day and night, the changing seasons. We, too, are part of these rhythms, but in modern life, we often disrupt them. One of the simplest ways to honor your body and mind is to sleep and wake at the same time every day. This creates a natural harmony with your inner clock. When the sun sets, allow yourself to wind down. When the sun rises, greet the day with intention. Consistency in sleep nurtures the soul. 3. Release the weight of the day. Many people take their burdens to bed with them. The worries of work, the conflicts with loved ones, the unresolved tensions, all of these weigh on the mind, and the mind, in turn, weighs on the body. Before sleep, take time to meditate or reflect. Sit in silence and breathe. Let the worries dissolve. Know that the day is done, and with the closing of your eyes, you are giving yourself permission to release everything. 4. Lightness of body, lightness of mind. The body and mind are not separate. What you feed your body affects the clarity of your mind. Heavy meals or stimulants before bed will keep your body working when it should be resting. Eat lightly in the evening. Take a walk after your last meal. Let your body prepare itself for rest by being light, and your mind will follow. 5. Cultivate a calm environment. Your surroundings influence your inner state. A cluttered, noisy environment breeds a cluttered, noisy mind. Keep your sleeping space calm and serene. Dim the lights as the evening approaches. Allow the room to breathe, to reflect the tranquility you seek. You do not need much, just simplicity and peace. Let the stillness of your environment mirror the stillness you wish to cultivate within. Aditya, deeply moved by the monk's words, felt as though he had been given a gift, a path toward the peace he so desperately sought. He bowed low before the monk, grateful for the wisdom shared. "Master," Aditya said, "I will practice these teachings and tend to my mind as one tends to a garden. I understand now that peace is not something to be found, but something to be grown within." The monk smiled, his eyes twinkling with the light of ancient wisdom. "Indeed, Aditya, remember, the seeds of peace are already within you. Nurture them with patience, and sleep will come, not as a struggle, but as a natural unfolding of the stillness within. Aditya returned home that evening, carrying with him not just the monk's advice, but a deep sense of calm. He created a space for sleep, honored the rhythms of nature, and began to practice mindfulness. Slowly, over the days and weeks that followed, his restlessness faded. He no longer chased sleep. Instead, it came to him, as naturally as the breath itself. Dear friends, remember that the journey to deep, peaceful sleep is also a journey within. As you begin to quiet your mind and nurture your body with care, you will find that rest comes effortlessly. The wisdom of the ages, from the teachings of Buddha to the practices shared by the monk, remind us that peace is not something to be acquired, but something to be cultivated. If you found this story meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, The Plot Enchanter. Leave a comment with Namo Buddhaya to show your support. May you all find peace within and rest deeply.